Check it out, everybody. It is HomiesOfMars back again today with another video, and today we're doing another comparison guide. Now, as you can see, the comment I got last time was Scepter of Storms versus Scepter of Fulmination. And let me tell you, this guide's going to be pretty quick, because it's actually going to be, well, there's actually going to be a winner, and I think most people would agree. But, anyways, we're doing the Scepter of Fulmination versus the Scepter of Storms. Now you can see I am doing this on the private server just because of, sadly I don't have a sorcerer on the main server, or on prod, and even if I did, I wouldn't have a Scepter, I wouldn't have a Fulmination yet, which I really need to get one from a Mad Lab soon. I have everything else but a Fulmination yet for my future sorcerer whenever I make another one again, but anyways, luckily we have this private server to test stuff out on. So we have both of these sets. I decided to just bring them with me just to kind of show you what each set would look like, just because the Mad Lab set looks amazingly awesome, and the old set looks pretty cool too. You can change this out for whatever ring you want, but I personally prefer the Pyra. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out these scepters. So as you can see, the Scepter of Storms is your normal WC top tier 6 scepter, and it does 200 damage to 8 different targets. So if we go ahead and I'll show you what this looks like. The Scepter is an interesting thing. Let me go ahead and spawn a couple Orcs. So what happens is when you hit one, you can see it arcs off the next enemy, and it'll go up to like you can see it'll go up to 8 targets, but they have to be within range with each other. So if one's further away from the other, then it won't make it. But if they're close to each other, then you can hit up to 8 targets, which unfortunately we don't have 8 targets with me. But that is pretty cool. And of course, as you can see, the Scepter of Fulmination does 180 damage to 7 targets, but it slows your enemies for 3 seconds. So this Scepter doesn't do anything, it just damages, and it gives you 2 Vitality and 2 Wisdom. It costs 85 MP, and it does a Fame bonus of 4%. And then when you look at the Scepter of Fulmination, it does 180 damage to 7 targets, so 20 less damage and 1 less target, but it slows the enemies for 3 seconds. It gives you 2 attack and 2 wisdom, and it only costs 65 MP, and its Fame bonus is 4% still. I'm pretty sure that's right. I don't know whoever coded that, and I don't think it's 5%. I'm hoping it's not. It better not be. I'm pretty sure it's still 4% because it doesn't drop in a white bag, so that's probably the case. But anyways, as you can see here, it's like the Scepter of Fulmination has 20 less damage, obviously, 1 less target, and then instead of 85, it's 65, so that's 20 less MP, and that's actually a lot when you're thinking about spamming, anything for that matter. 20 MP can really help a lot, and if you wait for this to fill up completely, we can show you how many shots we can get out with one. Just a second. Once it fills up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty much 7. And if you fill this up, we'll wait for it to fill up. But it slows targets, which is actually really nice for rushing in wine cellars. It also is great for Godlands farming. Godlands farming, I would want the Fulmination because, I don't know, I feel like if you're able to hit 8 targets at the same time, I don't know, does it really matter? It's 1 less target. Maybe the Scepter of Storms would be better for God farming if there is a big wall, maybe. I don't know. I really just love the Fulmination. Why not? It holds less MP, and I think, when you look at it, you do more damage per MP cost. So it's just better, guys. Really, there's no really big argument here. You can just tell that the Scepter of Fulmination is just better. I'm not saying this just because I'm actually saying it off of the actual stats about it, but really, guys, if you can't get a Fulmination, obviously, just use the Storms or whatever the tier 5 Scepter is, which I forgot. I really don't play Sorcerer that much. But also, the Mad Lab set just looks pretty amazing compared to the other set. The other set looks cool, but the Mad Lab set it just matches, and it looks well made. But anyways, guys, if you have a question, I really would like to see it in the comment section, because I don't know. If somebody wants to argue against the Fulmination, go ahead and say it, but I don't know, guys. Scepter Fulmination just always going to be better in my opinion. There's nothing that can beat it. Anyways, just remember it's nice to rush wine cellars with it too, because of the fact it slows enemies, and you can like do really well in wine cellars with a scepter. I mean, even if you just have the Scepter of Storms too, the scepter really does help because it gives you. Chances are you're probably gonna get hit orcs too, even though there's a lot of minions. Usually the shot makes it back to them, and I don't know why, but sorcerers do a really good job in god farming. What happens is they're able to get soulbound damage on a lot of gods at the same time. So when everybody else destroys them, you usually have a very, very well-balanced amount of damage across a lot of enemies. So the Sorcerer is pretty much one of the most amazing god farmers I've played on, although there's some classes that could do it differently. This one just does it really cool in a cool way. But anyways, guys, that is pretty much all I have today. Go ahead and put a new recommendation. Like, what do you want to see next time? I mean, I was really thinking about doing a class versus class, which is what I probably wanted to do next. I've just been, busy lately, and school is coming down to a grinding halt, which is good. I'm going to be out of school within like 6 days or something. So anyways, after all the school is done, we'll be good. We'll be on Realm more, and then the guild will be coming back more active again. I know the new guild, Cool Kids, it's active. It's just I haven't been on a lot, and I need to get back on again once school's out. I will be playing it a lot more. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. Go ahead and check the description if you want to apply on the forum page for my guild. Anyways, guys, have a good rest of the day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, and before I go, I wanted to show how many times the Scepter of Storms could shoot out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost 6 times in a row. And if you guys didn't remember, the Scepter of Fulmination was able to do it 8 times in a row. So 2 extra times in a row if you're using this set. I mean, you might be using a Pyro, so you might even get less on the Scepter of Storms. But yeah, so Scepter of Fulmination, you can spam it more. Anyways, guys, see you guys later.